watching your favorite program, Polycab India's #1 cable and wire company, Dream Home Season 6. And this is me, Pujita Menon, and on this show with us we have our two most honorable judges. And let's welcome on show our Chief Architect of Kumar Group, Anuj Kumar. Welcome to the show. Interior designer and architect, Sudha from Swasti. Take a look at the Kuthirakoodu video.
Hello everybody and welcome to yet another episode of Dream Home Season 6. Today I'm standing in front of Kuthirakoodu house in Aikirapadi, Calicut district. There's a lot to talk about the exteriors of this house. They have tried to do something different, entirely exceptional from the other houses. There's a mixture of Western, contemporary and even traditional outlook. So if you take a close look at the windows, the pattern of the ceiling, you'll find the difference. Okay, to start talking about the detailing, well, a lot of stone cladding have been used. Stone cladding right from the pillars, then above in the upper floor there's stone cladding work done. Here they have made a small courtyard space, and a little gardening which goes around the house even. So a lot of new things which has been inculcated in the exteriors. The interiors of the house is as amazing as the exteriors. I mean, the official living space, which has been kept quite private from the other parts of the house. To talk about the detailings, well, the furnishings goes quite well with the wall color scheme that has been kept plain white. Windows is there on either sides, which helps in the cross ventilation. First up, from the entrance door is the official living space, which we just saw. Then I particularly like this partition what they have created, just a little wooden partition that segregates the bedroom areas, which have given their privacy from the main hall. Now this is the family living space, which further extends to the dining area. Dining area has been given a secluded lighting with the help of hanging lights that's suspended by the wooden clamps. The same wooden paneling you saw it there in the above ceiling, they've used the same work in the back of the TV, that area, that's coupled with the stone cladding and the wooden framework. Let's talk about the dining table. It's a strong teak wood frame. Then the wash area has been located close by itself. It's a model kitchen with all the latest amenities in it. For the specifications, first of all, they've chosen the classic colors, that's black and white. They have a breakfast table here and a glass top has been done using Italian marble. Glass shelf has been provided in the upper section and below. They have a work area attached to this particular kitchen. And one more thing, they have provided task lights that's below the upper glass shelf, and the side walls they have done stone cladding. The wooden staircase led us to this family living space on the upper floor. We have 3 bedrooms, 2 on this side and 1 on the other end. For the flooring, it's a matte finish vitrified tiles. One interesting factor is that they have a small window blocks, not big windows but small window blocks, which helps in the air circulation and lighting. In the upper floor there is a attic space that they have given for the open utility area. I'm in the master bedroom now on the upper floor. To start talking about the features, first of all they have a perfect balcony space. Then flooring is matte finish vitrified tiles. There's a big bookshelf, also a study table, wardrobe section has been provided. The room is attached to a bathroom. Now the window section, the window paneling is different. Like you can see, the window pattern is different. This window on the opposite side even, which helps in the cross ventilation. Vibrant colors have been used in the kids' bedroom. They have windows on either sides which helps in the cross ventilation. Opposite to me there is a space for a study table as well as a bookshelf, and wardrobe section. There's a big utility room on the upper floor. Well, it has multiple usages, like it can be used for the social gathering, and it helps to for the downstairs to keep a cool temperature inside the room. So I believe you had a wonderful time exploring the Kuthirakoodu house from Calicut. This is me, Abel, signing off. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, bye bye, take care.
So we just had a look at the house. So what do you have to say about the exteriors, the landscape and the character of the house, Anuj?
The house is in a very nice setting. Again, it's in a natural setting. It's a lot of trees and it's in a grey tone. The houses, they've used a lot of grey color on the roof and the tile. Overall it looks very simple and elegant, but however there are certain features of the house they've tried to do. They try to do many things. Right. So when you try to do many things in the house, it sometimes doesn't match. If you look, there's a nice pergola, kind of a pergola detail which has been done on the first floor. Standalone, it looks very nice, but it is not matching with the rest of the house, which is sloping roof and tiled. So some elements of mismatch is there. They have a nice veranda in the front with very simple columns. It's set well. The color tone is nice, and I believe the elevation could have toned down a little more bit and made a little more simpler, but otherwise it's pretty nice.
Thank you. And Sudha?
Yeah, I would call this house an eclectic mix. It's got sloping roof, it's got modern detailing, there's a good veranda, and they have the luxury of a large space within which the house is set. So like Anuj said, there's a lot of mix of a lot of things, but it gels well basically because it doesn't compete with any other building, any other feature. It's just this house against a natural setting. So that's a good point actually. Looked at the landscape a little bit. They've got a well there that is there right in front of the house that has a different sort of pulley and to draw up the water. That's done well. They've got small windows that add to the character. It forms another feature of the elevation, which we'll see as we go on. And they've sort of incorporated the landscape into the house by sort of cutting the roof in a certain part and creating a sort of courtyard kind of area right within the elevation itself. So that sort of brings the naturalness into the veranda area itself. The color scheme is nice, and the grey tone works very well here. So altogether it's a well planned and nice house.
Okay, and what do you have to say about the interiors? Okay,
coming to the interiors, the part that really strikes me is the lighting. There's a lot of natural light that comes into it, and it's integrated well with the rest of the areas. The house does look spacious. It has that feeling of lightness into it. They've gone for the white and grey color scheme that we see on the outside that has been brought in, which is very nice. The partition and the ceilings, there is an extensive use of horizontal lines. I felt that the horizontal lines was a little overboard, because that tends to create a sort of pattern in your mind that sits back, registers. So it probably could have done a little less by cutting down the horizontality of the whole area. The TV area is another thing that I liked well. It's well planned, compact. The segmental sofa is nice. It's placed well. The wash area is another area which I liked, tucked in very well. The bedroom, one highlighting feature of the bedroom, and I thought, was the high sill for the windows. We are always at a difficulty when it comes to planning bedrooms, because we don't want to put the head of the bed against the window. Yeah. Here they've increased the sill of the window, which gives a good amount of privacy as well as allows the light to come in. So I thought that was a nice feature of this house. The bookshelf and the study area are also planned quite well. There's enough lighting. The kids' bedroom, of course, is quite colorful, and a lot of free space within the children's area. I always feel the children should be given a lot of room to move around, so that has come out very well here. The kitchen is in a neat and simple, clean. So I'd call the kitchen clean. So they've got black and white color scheme within the kitchen. The grey helps to mute the contrast. A plain and black and white is not something you can live with all the time. So the grey really tones it down very well. So the kitchen's good. The staircase is very well lit, and it's a very light feel staircase. It's not that heavy kind of thing. So it's very light feel. The small windows helps this little window that I talked about the elevation. It has helped both the elevation as well as the interiors to bring in a lot of light into the house. So overall, the upper utility area and all the things put together gives it a very light, airy, nice, cool house.
And Anuj, what's your take on this?
The interiors of the house is done nice. A lot of light coming into the house, so that is really good. Natural light, a lot of natural light coming. A lot of windows there. Windows also nicely placed. I love the sofa design, and the color of the sofa is nice. The blinds of the windows are very simple, very elegant, not too much done on that. I also like the horizontal wooden louvered partition which they have done. It's kind of very nicely done. The staircase of the house is also very floating feel, very light feel, but I believe that they could have come down on the number of vertical handrails on the staircase, making it a little more lighter. The number of verticals on the staircase is a little high. One fault I saw with the staircase, it's going against the window. When it's climbing up, it's going against the window, so that is a little bad detailing or bad design. The staircase is actually coming next kind of landing into the window, so that feature is something which the furniture design is pretty nicely done. The family living is nicely done. I believe that the kitchen is very nice. I love the kitchen. It's very simple. I love the breakfast table. Very simple, very clean. And but however, again, with the rest of the house, it is not in sync. But standalone as a kitchen is really brilliant, beautiful design. And the flooring color is also very nice. It's very light. Grey tone flooring, and I think that is very nice in the house. So overall, I feel it's pretty nicely done up. Some mismatches there in terms of furniture, but overall it's come out pretty well.
What is your take on the color, lighting and decor of this one?
The lighting also, some thought has gone into the lighting. They have not overdone the lighting design. Some thought has gone. Some accented light is provided. The fixtures are very neat and simple. The decor again, they have done nicely. Some of the elements I feel could have been better, but overall they've done a nice job.
The decor as such, they've tried to do a lot of things. The elements are all there in position. It works well in some places. In some places there is some kind of a rough edge there. It's not perfect in certain areas. The windows and the highlighting feature is the lighting and the spaciousness of the whole house. That really brings in the character to the building. So altogether it's a nice little house.
And what are the sustainable practices and the value for money?
Value for money, like I said, not too much materials or too many cladding is used here. So I would say they've tried to use the design elements itself as a part of the character building within this building. So I would say that they have actually used elements well, and value for money is there. They've not splurged on things that have not synced well with the house. Maybe one or two elements in the interior is what I think might not gel very well, but otherwise it's a house worth its salt.
And Anuj, what do you have to say?
The value for money, I believe, is okay because they've spent some money which they have got the maximum output for the money they have spent. They have actually not, they've spent some money in the areas which needs to be spent. There are certain areas where they could have actually re-looked at. Like I said earlier about the cupboard which is being out of place, I'm sorry, it was not actually in a bedroom, it was in a family living room where I saw the cupboard which is totally out of place there. I just wanted to clarify that point. However, sustainability, lot of natural light, I don't know what other sustainable design practices they have used, but I think overall I would say they have done pretty good in terms of value for money.
For the main segment, which is this course, Anuj, for the exteriors out of 25, how much would you rate it?
I would rate the exteriors an 18 out of 25.
18 on 25, and Sudha?
20 out of 25.
20 on 25, decent. And interiors?
The interiors, they have done a pretty good job in terms of the interiors. Some areas they have faltered, but generally the interiors are nice. I like the kitchen and the floor color. I love the blinds, so I'm going to give it another 18 out of 25.
18 on 25, and Sudha?
That's right, 18 on 25.
18 on 25.
Well deserved.
What about the light, color and decor? How much would you rate that?
For the light, color and decor, again they have done a pretty decent job in terms of lighting, and the decor also, overall they have done a good job, except a few places where they could have re-looked at, and I am going to give another 18 on 25.
18 on 25. And you?
19. I like the muted tones and the simple colors that they have used, so it's 19 out of 25.
19, 25. And what about the value for money?
For value for money, I think I have put a 17 on 25.
17 on 25, and you?
17 on 25.
17 on 25, decent scores this time. So for Anuj, we have a total of 71 on 100. Sudha, we have a total of 74 on 100. And as per the public opinion, it's 36 on 50, which is a total of 181 on 250. The next important aspect of this program, which is the tips from you all. And today let's talk about painting. So Anuj, what do you have to say about the painting aspect of a home?
The painting of a house itself is again a very vast topic because of the different kinds of products and materials available in the market. There is again interior painting and exterior painting. So today I think we will talk about exterior painting. Exterior painting, again there are different types of painting which you can go for exteriors in terms of simple paint, emulsion finishes, to weather coat products, to textured materials which are used for painting. So there's a different type of materials available in the market by different paint companies. Always choose a paint which will suit the house, not necessarily go for a lot of colors. Now you see in all the ads and everything, the house is fully in yellow or fully in blue. I completely disagree with that. I think it should be more connected to the surroundings and the nature. So not necessarily you need to bring attention to the house by painting it bright. There are different kinds of products which will last longer, which will have these algae, resist the algae, and which is good for our climate. A lot of research has been done into that to give kind of products for Kerala. So choose your paint correctly, and also the application is also important, and how you maintain it, maintain the paint is also important. There are a lot of different nice texture finishes which are coming in, which are really permanent finishes. You don't need to maintain it a lot, and it will last a much longer before you redo it again at a certain point of time.
Thank you. And what do you have to say?
Yeah, adding on to what Anuj said, I think painting, like he said, is very subjective. So what colors certain people feel are good may not be liked by the others. So it's a very subjective thing. But when it comes to exterior painting, I think we really have to keep in mind the tastes and the feelings of the person looking at it, the passerby. He is basically the one who's going to judge the house. So we have to be sympathetic to that. You can't do metallic paints all across the house. It has to be very reasonably done, very well thought of, and also the location of the house. When you're building when you're painting the exterior of the house, if you have a lot of area around the house, a certain color will look good with it. When you are close up in city houses where you have the walls and immediately next to the compound wall and then the house, then you have to be very judicious about which color you use. You can't use bright colors. It's sort of insulting the mind of the person who's watching when you come up with a red or something that really strikes you.
Very displeasing to the eyes.
Very displeasing. So that kind of a consciousness towards the viewer, and not just your house, my house should look outstanding. Yeah, we all want houses that look outstanding, but let's be sympathetic with the passerby. Let's use the right tone. You know, you can use red, but you can use it in a brick format. Nobody complains about a red house, but you can't paint crimson. So that is the difference. That subtle difference between using the right color tone makes a huge impact on the house.
So with this, it's important for all of us to keep in mind when you choose colors for your house, because it's extremely important to please the person who's seeing it. So with this, it's time for me to wind up with this episode, and until the next episode, this is me, Pujita Menon, saying bye.